Hey, what's good? It's your boy Greg Gray, Dope Living TV Live. Check this out. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. And having said that, man, welcome to the new week. And also, this is the week of the holidays. Christmas is coming up this week. So hope everybody's ready. Hope everybody's done their thing, got their families together, got the gifts already. And hey, celebrate. It's time to celebrate. You know, we've been through this pandemic and a lot of other things that are going on. Okay. And it's time to really get together and get to family. You know, everybody needs to, surround each other with love. So let's make sure that happens, man. Today we are talking about, of course, it's the Relationship Monday. And we want to welcome everybody that's on LinkedIn, that's coming to join us tonight. So we appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoy the show. Yes. So having said that, man, look, we're talking about relationships tonight, as we always do on a Monday or Tuesday. Nikki Nicole, what's going on, girl? She says, hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. So we got, if you saw the post, we're talking about, well, one of the topics is why don't women leave or accept when they know that there are strings attached in a relationship? And we'll explain that as we go through. Why are women setting expectations that if I'm giving up the cookie, you got to pay my bills or take care of me? Is that the new age of what have you done for me lately, or what can you do for me? Okay, we're going to get into that. Okay, everybody say what's up, hello, good week, good afternoon, evening, whatever it is to Marcellus.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back.
What's good?
Nada. Well, everything, really.
Say hello to the LinkedIn family out there.
Hi, new LinkedIn family. How are you?
They chilling. Nikki already's in there. She said you got to pay the cost to be the boss. This concept is nothing new. Well, see, hey, here's the thing, though. I mean, paying the cost to be the boss. What happened to reciprocation? What happened to I'm gonna do for you because out of what I want to, that's the way I'm supposed to be. But you do it because you love the person, you care about the person, and you don't expect anything from it. Okay, what happened to all of that? You know what I mean? I don't know. What you think about that, Marcel?
Times have changed. In our day, it was more. We were kind of like raised that men are providers and they're to be there for the woman. And that at that point, too, there weren't as many opportunities for women to actually get out there to work and make money like the men did back then. But now, women are out there making money, doing some of the same things, bring it in like the men. But you have some of the new school people that are coming in, and it's always handouts. You got the women, I want, give me. And then you have some of the younger men, give me.
Okay.
And so then it's like they're butting heads. And then they want to run, it's like, I want, and unfortunately, as a woman, for me to say this, you have a lot of the women that are like, do this, pay my bill, do this and all that. And then they want to shut down and close the cookie jar. And that's how they got you.
Can't do that. Let's bring some others in here. Everybody say what's up to Maurice.
Hey,
Maurice.
Gina. Nikki said,
hey.
Nikki says that a boss means a woman is letting the man know she submits. Pretty much every culture I know around the world, the men are providers, and it is normal, and I agree with that. But should it be in the instance that we're talking about? Should it be withheld? The sex, the love, all of that. Should it be withheld? If well, I'm just saying, bro. Should it be withheld? I mean, does it have to be that? What have you done for me lately?
You're pulling the brakes up on the peacemaker. No, I'm just kidding.
I am all for a woman doing her thing, getting out there doing her thing. Okay, why can't we flip it and say, okay, girl, I'm gonna hold back. What have you done for me lately?
And that's what I'm saying. It goes both ways.
It does now.
Yeah.
like Marcella was saying earlier. Girl, you don't do for me, I don't do for you. You don't do for me, boy, I ain't gonna do for you. You know.
And and unfortunately, in relationships, it's taken out the true meaning of the actual relationship, because then it's
Right.
like it's everybody's looking for what can I get versus trying to get to know each other, trying to um, establish some type of relationship outside of sex, outside of the money.
Well, you got to remember the materialistic thing kind of hit when the crack thing hit. Gimme,
When the
gimme,
what?
gimme, crack.
Okay.
During the crack days.
Crack it.
Yeah. All that stuff messed up a whole bunch of messed up a bunch of kids, and now they are parents, and that's all they know. Most of them, a lot of them did. So
Nikki
a lot
says
of them crack babies ended up, doing this stuff. Gimme, 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 now.
culture
For me. Don't know
culture
how to.
changes.
Yeah, don't know how to. It does, and I was listening to Marcel, earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Marcy, when she was talking about back in the day. I mean, that was us then, back in the day. We took care of it. And we were happy to do it. You know what I mean? As a man, you're happy to take care of your lady.
Mm-hmm.
Sexually, monetarily, whatever you needed, you was happy to do that. And she was happy to do the same thing. That was a trade-off.
Now, Nikki says in other cultures you can't marry if you don't have the money to provide.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that's all the way around. Why would you marry if you don't have the money?
Right, and that's true. But with Nikki, what we're I think more so what we're talking about now is just like you're going out on you're just pretty much meeting someone, and you're just starting to date someone, and let's say I don't know if he's going to show a video. I saw a video earlier.
Entitlement.
And he went out, took a young lady out, first date, spent $300 at the restaurant, and turned around like, well, wait a minute.
You gonna massage my toes for me, baby?
Yeah, what am I gonna get for my $300? And unfortunately, that's how a lot of people are thinking now. Yeah. And then you have the woman that is doing it. Hey, oh yeah, you cute. Yeah, okay, I'll go out with you, but you know what? I need these bills paid. And so, in essence, that's prostitution.
Yeah, well,
no,
we put it like that.
Prostitution.
Well, you know what?
You're getting paid. You're getting payment for a sexual favor.
Yeah, but that's like you're being a bit broad there. Okay, I understand what you're saying as far as that goes, because that's what prostitution is.
But when you're looking at it in that way, like, okay, do this. I'm going to give you sex for this. And it's like it's taking away the relationship, trying to really be in a serious, for me, serious relationship.
I get it. Because let me let Gina talk. Nikki says I highlight other cultures because so many come down hard on Black American women for wanting the same. Absolutely. Go ahead, Gina.
Yeah, that's good.
Go ahead, Gina.
Well, you know what? This is I kind of hold women accountable for what's happening these days, because it is so much in social media and on television that really highlights a man loves you if he gives you the largest diamond, or he buys you a car, or gives you the biggest house. And so that's what our younger generation, they're being raised on, that if you don't give me these things, you don't love me. They want to go back to the culture of I stay at home, work, and you take care of me. But think about what was going on back then. The woman was home taking care of the household, taking care of the family. But the women these days, they don't want to do that part of it.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Give part, but they're not going back to having a hot dinner on the table, making sure the house is clean, making sure the clothes are clean. They don't want that part to be included.
No.
And
that's
I'm
just the truth. That is the real truth. The thing that gets me the most is again, it goes to the expectation, and a lot of these ladies, they expect, guys too, they expect something that they're gonna put it out. I'm putting out, $500 or $600 partial rent. I could come show up at this spot anytime I want to, and I dare you to say anything about it.
No, wait, I got a question concerning that as well, but go ahead with your thoughts.
But you know that's I'm saying that's the culture.
You you know
That's the
what?
culture of these.
I need for our women, even our young ladies, to be stronger women, because if you shouldn't, if a man comes in your life and he adds to it, that's a plus. It should be a
Yes.
plus. It's not a
Mm-hmm.
It
necessity.
should be a
You
burden.
should be get yourself in a position where if you don't have a man, you can still care for yourself, take care of yourself and your
Mm-hmm.
kids. Not looking for
But
a
then we
man
go
to
into the
fill that void. And it's a process. It's a process.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you have to have the right mindset. And second of all, you have to be willing to work. You
well,
have
a
to be
lot of
willing
that.
to work at it.
Remember the independent woman syndrome? That's what most of these guys are, you know, out here. You know, if they won't be bothered with half a girl if they can't bend them and you know twist them the way they want to twist them. They don't want to be bothered with an independent woman.
Well,
And
then
some of
guess
these
what?
young
Don't be
girls, they
bothered
don't have
with
role.
them.
Some of
They
these
should.
young
They
girls, they just
shouldn't.
don't have the role models, and the guys don't either. They don't have the role models. And
Exactly.
like who was that? Maurice or Gina? One of you guys was talking about how, you know, when you're looking at all these videos and you seeing, you know, the man, you know, what, making it rain or however they say, whatever, while you
Pimping.
and
He's
all of this
pimping.
kind of
Pimping.
thing. And you know, they just don't have the role models of how, you know, how they should be. You know, go out
How they
there,
should
do your
treat. Yeah.
thing, and
Well,
then you guys compliment each
the
other.
role models are the housewives of Atlanta, and those are their role models. But let me say this as well. When I was dating, I always went Dutch because I know that there's no expectations. I'm going to order what I want to order and I can pay for what I order. I don't expect you to give me a free meal and I don't expect you to expect nothing in return. So we're going Dutch. And I know a lot of my friends were like, why are you paying for your own meal? He ain't worth it, blah, blah. I choose to do that because I don't want to owe anyone anything. And that's just my thoughts on the whole dating. And he spent $300 on your meal. I got my you got yours. I got mine.
But you know what?
Hey, hold on, Marcia. Hold on.
Mhm.
Nikki says in Chinese culture, a man's wealth is displayed on within his wife proudly. When the Cultural Revolution began, the people of Shanghai fled to Hong Kong with women stuffed their jewelry in their undergarments. So when they arrived in Hong Kong, they sold the jewelry and purchased real estate and started businesses. In China, when you want to evaluate a man's wealth, you look at his wife. They should do that here. And Jeff says,
and you know what? Nikki is
women,
right about that. And it's also in our culture as well, not just in China or Hong Kong. It's here too.
Mhm.
When we
it
look
is
at
there.
men, we look at their woman. We look at their woman too.
Yeah, but he should be just as compliment the woman as well. He can't be
Right.
she can't be all Vogue and he all
JCP.
right on magazine. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Rutherford says Jeff is the life coach. He's a
Real.
part of the team here. Some women can be so independent to a man, it can come off as what can he do for her? You know, go ahead, Marcy, with your thought. I'm sorry.
I forgot my thought.
I apologize.
Well,
That's
I want
okay.
to add to what Jeff said. I want to
Mhm.
comment on what Jeff said because Jeff is absolutely right. But you as a woman, and that's where what Marcy said, the mentors come in because you have to be subtle with it. You have to kind of tone it down and not make the man feel like, you know, you're wearing the pants. Not so much as don't confuse that with being just, you know,
Threatening.
any kind of way, you know,
Threatening.
Let the man be the man.
you have to exactly. And that's just an ego of a man, and that's just the status of where the relationship should lie. The man should be the man, even if you with a strong woman. And sometimes strong women have to learn that because I did. I had to learn to step back a little bit. Let him do.
But see,
and I had to learn that, and some guys told me because I was quick. How you said, Gina, I got my own money. I can do this and do that on my own. And and some older guys told me, they said, "Come here, baby. Let me tell you something. Never tell a man that, because right now you're bruising his ego.
No, you don't put a defensive, put a big old fence.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that they said that I had my own money. I'm able to do on my own. But guys, they said, truly want to provide, want to do for the woman. But when you come off so strong, it can at times be a turnoff. And so I had to back up, and that was like in my 20s, going into my 30s, and I had to back up. Now I always make sure I still, over the years when I dated, after my marriage and all, I made sure I always had my own money still, just in case. And just because a man pays for your meal or pays to do something for you, that does not mean
he's obligated.
Anything.
Okay, let's get to that, because that means that there are, I guess, mixed signals that are going on. Okay, they the woman or whomever, you can switch this any way you want. They're giving off mixed signals. All right, so you're doing the flirt thing, you're doing the touching on the arms and all of this, or hugging and this and that. Okay, that person is going to think, hey, look, I'm ordering fucking out of the menu. Okay, and they are going to. Y'all know I'm not going. I don't care. Hey, look, LinkedIn, you know me. That's how I talk. Anyway, so if you're giving those mixed signals, am I wrong to say, okay, this is what I should expect?
If you're doing what now?
If the woman is giving off mixed signals, Nikki says women should not send mixed signals. Some women use a man for a free meal, of course. And Jeff agrees with Marcy. But I'm saying, just what Nikki just said. Okay, women will send.
I'll be back. I just meant
they get that free meal, or they can get this, this and that. Okay, and then the man is like, "Hey, man, it don't get no harder than this." All right. So, I mean, what are we supposed to do?
Well, they're setting the tone, Greg. If that's the case, they're setting the tone.
Who's setting the tone?
They're setting the tone, and that's what you have to do. You have to set that woman is setting that tone. Especially when you're initially going on a date, first few dates, they're setting. So they're going to set the tone that either I'm going to get all I can get, or you know what, I'm not looking for you to pay for my meal. I'm not looking for you to take care of me, but I do want, I do want to have a meaningful relationship. They're setting that tone in the very beginning. So, and I know you are, as men, you know what those signals are in the very beginning. You know those women who are doing it just to get a free meal, and okay, I'm going to give her a free meal, but I'm going to get something in return. And you know those women who, you know what, let me be respectable. This woman got it going on. You know those women. And you treat them accordingly.
Okay, so I was looking at some stuff. I always got to go through some social media and find out what they're thinking. And here are a couple of signs, a couple of things or ways that you can interpret mixed signals from a crush or an ex or somebody who's trying to get at you. The number one they say is they message you often, but they don't make plans to hang out. You exchange numbers. They never ask you out on a date. They just text all the time. All right. Number two, they're inconsistent and unavailable. Sometimes you do spend the in-person time, but otherwise you never hear from the person when you're not physically together. You've done what you've done. You got that. She ordered from the menu, and the left side of the menu, the right side of the menu, and you did what you did. Now he's not calling. You know what I'm saying? He's not saying anything. They say they want an emotional connection, but don't go deeper. All right. I think to me that's just ridiculous. Okay. They're only present when it's convenient for them. I'm gonna run down these and we can talk about those. They're all in for a period of time, then drastically they change their behavior. They flirt in front of you with someone else. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's enough.
Mixed signals.
Can't do that. And we got these private chats while we're here. So I'm going to tell you what's in the private chat. Y'all read that?
Oh,
So
you don't have
Maurice
to
will be
do
right
that.
back with his nice car right there. That's that Mercedes, okay? He'll be right back, but he just spilled a bowl of chili on him. He'll be right back. He will be right back. Anyway, Jeff says, never assume anything. Stay within your limits and attack the situation with some guardship. Protect your feelings enough to where it can be a balance of power on the date. No one person should have total control of the date and tone. Lanita says, this is why I like my first date to be at dinner, diners, or around the clock type places. I'm there to get to know him. Not getting an expensive meal and sex is not in the
Mhm.
conversation.
And I like the way Nita thinks because, you know, when you are setting up for a date, why do you have to choose the most expensive restaurant? Why aren't you trying to
Good
kind of break the
point.
ice and get to know the person? Why does it have to be the highest price restaurant that you can think of?
That's a good point. You know what I'm saying?
And I know a lot of women are like that, but I've heard of women, some of my friends and acquaintances state, I just want to see what he's working with and if he's going to do it because I'm worth it. And it's like, okay, we're all worth it. But, now if he chooses the expensive place, that's different,
That's different.
but yeah, that's
That's on
different in
him.
that. But if he asks, well, there's a certain place you would like to go, I've heard some women are like, I'm gonna choose the most expensive and I'm gonna order everything off the menu and I'm gonna get the most expensive thing. And I
But see,
actually remember someone saying that they did that and got stuck with their part of the bill.
here's my thing. If a guy asks a girl out, he hasn't made the plans. He asks her, "Where do you want to go?" And she says an expensive restaurant. You know, maybe she feels that's what she deserves. Okay, and if she
And
feels that's what she deserves,
Mhm.
that man should not come at her foul. He should not come at her that way. That's
Mhm.
what you didn't plan anything. This is where, and she asked. She said this is where she wants to go. So respect that.
You
And
ask,
But
you ask though.
a respectable man will not expect something, even
right.
if it is he won't. You know,
Hmm.
if he's a respectable
Without
man,
a doubt.
but if he's out there looking, just to get in the panties and that's all he's about, that's all
Penny.
he's gonna be about.
Maurice said that.
Maurice, what?
Jeff says the man is trying to impress the woman. Good point, brother. That's what he's trying to do. The man's trying to impress the woman. In our culture, a man is really measured with how much money he makes, and etc. He has to show that he can accommodate those needs. Brandy says that's a fantastic point. I'm a fan. It's about show and tell. They want to brag about it and make it seem like they a high class woman, not knowing his mind will be on sex or to pay off what he has to spend for the night. Yeah, some guys got that calculator. Okay, I spent $300 on this movie, so I'm gonna get double what I paid for at the hotel. All right, so he's gonna be out of actually more than 300 because if she agrees with all of this foolishness, then you're gonna have to pay for an expensive hotel as well. You can't take it to no Motel 6.
I,
All right,
I don't even know. I'm sorry, I don't even know why you expect to jump into bed the first night.
I'm
I
just
just
saying.
no.
I'm just saying.
uh-uh. And
I'm
again, a
just saying.
respectable man is not. Look, where
Looking
you
for
got to
that.
check out where you dating, meeting these guys, where you're getting these dates from,
Hmm.
all of that.
Everybody say what's up to
You
Tree.
Hey, Tree.
hey Tree.
I mean, you're absolutely right. And if y'all notice, I'm on y'all side tonight. Um,
Well, he's agreeing with me too.
and it's not because we have new family on here with LinkedIn. Hey, y'all, what's going on? It's not because of that. It's because I agree. You know, I guess, as we get older, we may have done, and I'm speaking from a man's point of view because I used to be the one, and y'all heard me talk about it, okay? We can go to McDonald's, we can go to White Castle, we can go to what was the one she said? Round the clock or whatever. We can go there. But if we
But you
going to
know what, Greg?
hold
I,
on. If we go on the roof, Chris, and we go on to the rest of them, you got that right side of that menu where it says, okay, the potatoes are $95.
Market value and all that.
I'm just saying.
but you know what? I want to ask a question and then I want to make a comment.
Mm-hmm.
First question, and that's to you and Maurice, if he can hear me.
He got
Do
chili
you
on his
certain
back.
kind of way when you take a woman out on the first date and spend all that kind of money? You just like what?
Look at this.
Really did a good thing. I had a
Gina,
good time. You
you can't
feel
ask.
the man feel when
Maurice, for real.
well he eating chili, so we know he not on the right side of the
No,
menu.
he's not eating it. His shirt is eating it.
But how do you feel?
One more
How,
time.
I mean,
You can't ask me that, okay?
how do
Because
you feel after
I'm gonna be transparent.
I date?
I'm gonna be transparent, okay? I like going to restaurants like that, okay? So I'm not gonna fault the girl or my date for wanting to do that, all right? Now, back in the day, did I feel that way? I've never felt that way. I mean, now as a comedian, I've joked about it, okay? I've told jokes about it, but I don't think anybody should have any high expectations
point.
except for a great conversation. Get to know this person on that first date. That first date is the icebreaker. All right. So let's for me, I don't think that there should be an expectation.
Clean your hands.
What's going on, Amina? Nikki says to find a black man that has the means to pay for dinner, date at Alenia, or even a Maple and Ash is far and few between. Hey, Nikki, you know me though. I got that. It's no problem. Yes.
Well, you know what? I can say this. This is the comment I wanted to make behind that. If the woman or the man is used to that type of eating out, I don't see anything wrong with it. But if you're used to eating at White Castle and all of a sudden you got this guy that want to take you out and you want to go to this high expensive restaurant, then to me that's where the problem lies within the person.
See, this is what I said. That woman can she should expect to be taken out. And if he's asking her to go out, she should expect to be taken out and
respect it.
Treat it right and respect it, as Maurice said. She should expect the world, and expect it. Prepare for the worst, but expect the best, okay? Because she's that's the way it's supposed to be. And still now, even though it's the respect is a little different now between these guys and girls dating now, the man should be able to take that woman out, and she should be able to be happy and proud of the fact that he took her out to a place of meaning, as opposed to let's go to the buffet line. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking the buffet line. I'm just saying take that woman out. If you asking this woman, you saw something in her, in her that piqued your interest, take her out, impress her. Yes, impress her. Right, but make sure.
And that's only if you can continue. Don't. It shouldn't be a facade. It only if it's something that you can afford. If it's something you can't afford, don't do it, because that's what she's going to expect.
You have to continue.
Now, I had a guy that wanted to take me to McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's, and I cussed him out up and down. Yes, I don't eat McDonald's.
But you got that Big Mac though, didn't you? You went on to get it, didn't you?
Let me tell you.
No, I did not. I'm not. You're not going to take me anywhere that I'm not used to eating. And again, I can pay for my own meal.
Right. But see, it's been some time, like when me and Mary Ann first met, if she wanted to go out, sometimes she'd go, she did pay the whole thing, She picked me up from work and we go out to eat.
You know what?
And
I've done that, but that's in an established relationship.
Yeah.
Right. When you find that they are worth it, when you find that he's worth it, yes. When you find he's worth it, I've paid for Robert's meal when we were dating. He didn't take me to no crappy restaurants. He didn't do that. He never took me to any place like that.
I'm just saying,
because he knew
if he's trying to make an impression
to the best,
put your best foot forward.
To the best he can afford. I said it 3 times. The man should take a woman to the best.
And you know what? He asked me what was my favorite restaurant, so that he could take me somewhere that he knew I would enjoy.
Y'all went to Long John Silver's again?
And I wish.
And you know what? And if the man asks you that, I would say by all means, yes. But I think we're getting a little. Aren't we getting a little bit off topic?
Yeah,
because
we always do.
Who are the gold diggers who are just like
money.
oh, let me see what kind of car he got. Oh, I
Right.
think he's got some money. I want to go out to dinner and just, just try to see what can I get, how much can I get from this person. Then you may or may not give a piece of a cookie, and then you hold it back and then start using that to, gauge, like you got to give me more and more. And then, for what they're going to, and expect stuff.
So Bella Bonita's out of town, so she's late. What did she miss? Basically, we're talking again relationships, and again, welcome,
No.
LinkedIn to the show. We're talking about expectations right now. Okay, what do you expect if a man takes you out? What does a man expect? If he takes you out and he's bought the big side of the menu, or what do you expect? What is he? Why does he expect you to sleep with him? And is that right? Is that wrong? And we're talking about everything. We're off topic a lot. Okay, let me read some of these. Lewis said he just got finished eating White Castle. Every time he come back home, we gotta have him. I agree with you. So there you go. The expectation should be the nature of the conversation, and then the funds. Money will definitely be exposed on the first date. Absolutely. Remember, we judge the outer first, then the inner. Bella says men know what type of woman she is, and he will treat her accordingly. Yes.
Did not say that. I said that.
That's what we said earlier.
She says, I also do not see anything wrong with the gold digger. There are men who like women like that and spoil them. She's right. Yeah. She's not.
But as long as you're up front and all, everybody understands that.
You know exactly.
In life, you do not get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. One more. Bella Bonita says older men only approach her. It's never any underhand expectations. I'm always treated to fine dining. No exaggeration. I know her. I know her very well, and she's absolutely right. She's a classy person, and she's not going to take less than what she deserves. And I agree.
And those are the kind of men that she's going to attract. Those are the kind of men you're going to attract based on what you're out there looking for. Right. And what you're out there putting out.
Not necessarily what you're looking for, but how you carry yourself.
Right.
How you carry yourself. And if it's simply to get out here to put it out there, get him some of your poo nanny so you can get a bill paid, those are the kind of men you're going to attract.
Boy, y'all got so many different
names,
adjectives.
I thought about that.
I'm saying we can't just say what it is, okay, out here, but we're gonna have some decorum, okay. Bella says exactly. She's always a lady. Absolutely. So let's move on, y'all. Let's move on. We're gonna of course we're gonna get back to this. We are, right? So these days, Maurice, you can answer that, and of course the ladies can too. Are women too aggressive, or are men just too weak?
Man.
I guess you guys would have to ask that. Answer that one.
It's been a minute since I've been out there. I mean, I haven't been out there in 30 years. I've been married,
Greg, answer that.
I will answer that.
You out there.
I don't think the women are too aggressive. The women are now finally getting what they, their just desserts. Okay, they're finally being able to stand up and say, "Hey, I have my own." All right. So I don't see anything wrong with them declaring that. Do they get a little bit too much? Yes, some of them do. I don't need a man because I can do this by myself. Okay, but these guys, I think are they just? And when I say are they too weak? Yeah, they're weak because they don't understand that a woman can stand on her own. Okay, and they want to hold her down. And when I say hold her down, I don't mean pay for everything. They want to hold her down. You know what I'm saying? They want to just keep her back.
Going in there.
Those days are gone. Those days are gone, brothers. The women can basically do what we can do and more for themselves. But in the arena of dating and this and that, you are supposed to do for that woman. She should never have to take a credit card out or money out to do anything. I'm sorry. That's just how I am.
How we always talking about the man's the POW, prisoner of the womb. Does that go the other way around? This day and time?
Okay, but see, you saying the other way around. Think about it. This is how it's changed because we've always been that way. That's the way the men have always been throughout centuries. We've been the leaders, the aggressors, and the women have had to take the docile position. Now it's an even playing field, and sometimes it's even weighed a little bit differently. Okay, because women are out there, they're doing their thing, man.
Yeah.
But as Jeff said, he said both, and Tree says, good question, a little of both. Bella says 50-50. Pimp daddy is what I like to call him. Nikki says, I was once editorial and creative director of a men's luxury magazine. The amount of prostitution the super affluent loves this thick. Wealthy men like to buy it.
Wow.
Very interesting.
No strings attached.
Keep on whipping.
So that's my answer to it. Okay, I just think that men need to just swallow it. Swallow the pride, and just go, let the lady do what she's going to do, and you continue to do what you're supposed to do. Just because she makes more than you, just because she doesn't need you, because these days
But
women
a lot of them aren't used to that though.
But they don't need a man. They require love and attention and this and that. Okay, but women don't need a man. Okay, they want
a lot of men are not used to that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's the difference between then and now. As you get older, you see that these guys, these younger guys, especially we got to get some younger people on here, man.
Yeah,
and we'll do it. Like I said, we got some new things coming up with Dope Living TV Live, so y'all stay tuned. All right, look, let's go on. I lost my thoughts here. Here we go. So, our relationships these days more for convenience than real love. Do you get into it and you see that this man or this lady got stuff that you can
mute it,
that can help you out? You know what I mean? Is it more of a convenience?
Ooh, that's a
real
question.
Because that can go a whole lot of different ways, and it depends on the age group.
That is
because a lot of times as you get older, a lot of times it's convenience because they're looking for companionship.
I think it's more of
a
You said you think what, Gina? Gina having some technical difficulties over there. Nikki says if a man with means takes you to a nice restaurant, it's not to impress you. They probably will not be caught anywhere less. Jeff says the playing field has been leveled due to sacrificing of
higher
gender
social security.
You need to go out and come back in, probably.
Tree says, okay, we did that already. Bella says, absolutely. It's all based off of the materialistic aspect of it these days. Comfortability. And Tree says it depends on the situation. I mean, how many of us, we lacking in some things. We see that other person that can fill that void. So we
or compliment us, you mean?
Yeah. And we go through the motions, it's comfortable. You mean well, but there's a means to that end. You know what I mean? Gina, you might need to log off and come back on because you're trailing a little bit.
Freezing a lot.
So I'm just saying, man, and I'm glad, hey, look, for people who don't know, this crew comes up with the best ones, man. Okay, especially on this relationship stuff. All right, we come up with the best questions. I think a lot of relationships these days, and again, it's the culture and the way that the world goes, are convenience. There's some love in it, but because who doesn't like Nikki said, everyone wants real love, but there's a lot of convenience in there. Okay, man, she already got this big house, so hey, I'm living in a 2-bedroom. She got this 4-bedroom. I'll make sure that I get her so I can move over there with her. Got 4 bedrooms. I'm gonna make an office in there, my own. Just got to do right. I'm gonna pay the bills. Should be all right. Should be all right. You don't have to. And I come home real late and this and that because she got me. I got her. Everything's cool. I don't know. Nikki says, with so much social interaction online, where do you meet a soulmate? I don't know. Bella says, do you love me or love me solely based off what I can do for you? Bella, I just love you. That's it. I just love you.
Well, it's a lot of that going around right now. What can you do? Like when we started out today, when we was talking, what can you do for me? Both sides. What can you do for me?
Move to the right. Move to the right, Maurice.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There you go. I want the LinkedIn people to see my people, man. See us.
Sorry about that. Whenever this goes like this right here, I get cut.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be all the way over there with Gina.
So when the fourth come back in, then you can move back. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
For our perspective here. Go ahead.
I just seem like it's a lot more materialistic right now because of the means of, especially in our culture, the means of move. A lot. I mean, a lot of the women are, excelling, and they're excelling in big strides. They're not just doing little bitty tiny things like they used to back in the day just to keep things going. They're doing it big. And, the guys are either playing catch up or they're going to get some of it. Just like you said, they go, what have you done for me, and what can I do for you?
Mm-hmm.
And then, too, you have, when you start getting a little older, you have families that have divorced.
Yeah.
So then they're looking at, how to complement each other.
Mm-hmm.
Or as you get older, maybe one of them passed away or something. So then it's like, okay, looking for convenience. Like, okay, maybe we can put what we both have together, and again, complement each other. And it's all okay. I'm gonna put it this way, and it might rub some people the wrong way, but it's like a business. With you got contracts, what you got contracts, you got negotiations. I think Bree or Nikki said something about negotiations and things of that nature, and that's just relationships, period.
Yeah,
just relationships, period. And so it is.
Carl says no more Klingons. All right. Nikki says that she lives in America where her come up is not dependent on the man that she marries. Women have been marrying to supplement their income since the beginning of time. Absolutely. Yeah. Bella Bonita says she's heard that before, Marcella. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, convenience, real love. I think as you get into it for the convenience, because the people that you two are cohabitating, doing whatever you're doing, I think it turns into real love at some point if you have that communication, talk about some things, and make some things happen. So now I got another one for the ladies. As Gina's traveling through that black hole,
in that black hole.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm coming. Here I come.
And Nikki says, yes, you can grow to love someone. Yeah. And that's important. I want to touch on that a little bit later too. Mm-hmm. Can you, ladies, since we're talking about the convenience, would you be in a relationship would you stay in a relationship if the man lost his job and couldn't find one? Before you answer that, Tree says, what's love got to do with it? That's how this society treats it. This doesn't go for everyone, but just saying in relationships nowadays. Yes, you're absolutely right. Gina, you she looks stable now. Gina?
I was looping around like I was on a Ferris wheel.
and you still closed caption right now, so it's all good though. We're gonna keep it going. Bella Bean says husband only. I'm right here, Bella. I'm right here. She says no boyfriend, not a man I'm dating. Husband only. Absolutely, baby.
Greg been in that juice.
Do it all the way on worldwide TV.
I'm right here. You know what? We're gonna get to the core of the problem, Bella Bonita.
He's gonna get himself in trouble. What are you gonna do?
You know why? We're gonna get to the core of the problem because core.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Perfectly balanced pH purified water. Y'all see that, right? pH purified water.
Look at me in my 4 eyes.
It's
you're going to get yourself in
the
trouble.
bottle's made from 100% plastic. Core is doing their best for the environment. Okay, their part for the environment. The bottle's made from pure recycled. It's recyclable. Let's put it like that. Real quick, she says, as a wife, it's her job to make sure that home is taken care of. Help mate.
Exactly. I dated a guy and we were together, I want to say maybe like a couple of years. And he lost one job. And I was like, okay, let's see what we're going to do here. And he got another one. So I was like, okay, we can do this. He lost the next job. And at the same time, I was ready to move into an apartment. And he was like, look, why don't we, before he lost the second job, he was like, let's why don't we just move in together, whatever. I'd already been approved all this for the apartment, me and my son. I'm like, okay, let's see. He lost his job. And I said, so what are you going to do? Because it was like little things that he shouldn't have lost it for. And he's like, I'm going to go with the flow. I said, well, can you tell me what the flow is?
Right.
And he was like,
I want to know what the
it was
flow
like
is.
that next weekend, I was moving.
Oh, man.
And he was like, well, I'm going to bring my stuff. I said, no, you're not. We're going to see what the flow is first.
Right.
Because this is the second job that you lost.
Let me know your flow. I'm not talking about the one you're walking on.
And he made a comment that he's going to wait 2 to 3 weeks. He's going to wait 2 to 3 weeks to relax. And I was like, guess what? I'm going to relax in my own apartment without you. Because I'm not, now if it was my husband, that's a whole different ball game. That's my husband. Like she said earlier, I'm there. We're going to stick together. We're going to work through this and we're going to figure this out. But as a boyfriend, and you're going to go with the flow, I had to show him what the flow was. I don't know how long it took, but I ended up leaving because it was like, it took a while before he, and I can understand if for some reason there was, jobs just weren't out there or something to that effect. But are you gainfully getting up every morning like I'm getting up to go, I'm going to a job? Are you getting up to put in your resume or put in applications and all that? So
she said, I know you lied.
He did.
I thought he was slick, honey. Good for you.
Go on, fold it with the flow.
Nikki says I built a.
And a woman.
We'll do it again. Go ahead, Jenny.
She built
a woman lose respect. She said, a woman lose respect for a man that is laying in the bed when she's getting up to go to work.
I can't have
every
that.
day, and he's laying in the bed. You just lose respect for that man.
What if there's a shift? I mean, a shift difference. Maybe he works midnight, she works days. Okay, come on. He's going to be laying in the bed. Come on now.
Well, that's not
I mean, he's laying in the bed.
He's not going nowhere.
Not working.
Nowhere.
I'm going to work every day.
And you getting up,
going
to work every day. Yeah, that's just, I don't know how a man can have respect for himself. To send your woman or your wife or your girlfriend or your fiance out to work and you laying up in the bed.
There are a lot of them where I used to work at, and on payday, they drove up on the lunch hours in the woman's car to get the paycheck to go to the bank. We're in the woman's car, and they were not working. And they used to tell me, Marcy, be quiet, because I'd be like, well, wait a minute. You just tell me this man ain't working? Isn't that your car? What you mean? He coming to get your check? What? I'm not understanding this.
Wait a minute, hold on. They coming to get her check?
Her check in her car.
No.
They're in her car coming to get her check. And they're not working.
Okay.
There were a lot of women that were doing
a
that.
Mentor. They need a mentor.
It was several of them, and I was just shocked that these were like strong, intelligent women, and I was just like, they're like, well,
and you know what?
You. I said, no, you're not gonna school me. I need to school you guys.
You know, I was talking about POW, POD. Prison of the D.
Look, Bella says no woman wants to see her man just laying around doing nothing. Even if he does have gainful employment, he needs to have some form of ambition to do more, especially if that woman is goal-oriented and getting that money. Nobody can ever look. Y'all know how hard I work. Okay, so it could be the whole opposite. So let's put it that way. What if this man is working so hard that he doesn't even have time to sleep himself? Okay, but he's making sure home is taken care of and this and that. Okay, will a woman be called a gold digger because that man is always out there doing this and that? So you don't see them together, but he's always working, making sure that he's got her covered. You know what I'm saying? Would she be considered a gold digger just taking his money?
How is that a gold?
Because
she's not doing anything.
Nikki Nicole, yes, ma'am. As Bella agrees with you. Carl says he was pimping. What I'm saying is, he's working. She's at home. Okay, she ain't doing that.
Is she keeping the house clean? Is she cooking, making sure those hot meals are ready when you walk in the door? Is she, what? She's not doing anything. She's just laying around spending his money.
Como?
Come on, what?
No, she speaks Spanish. No, that's a lazy piece for asterisks if he ain't doing nothing. I see.
You
Well,
said
here,
what?
to your question, Marcy. I mean, yeah, I mean, she's cooking, she cleaning, she's cooking and cleaning, and
And
doing all that.
is that the arrangement that they made?
And that's the conversation. Again, most of these relationship questions that we have, a lot of it can be solved with conversation, having an open and honest conversation. Okay, let's move on now. Do you care? Okay, and this is like a double-edged question. Como, is she labeled a gold digger? I'm built different, so let me leave this one alone. I don't mean it like that. It's just a question. I have to play devil's advocate all the time with this show. Okay, so please don't take it as me. All right. Nikki says I don't do mediocrity in my cipher. Period. So those types don't approach me. There you go. I appreciate you guys. And I'm gonna try to put this question.
They know. Guys know.
Most guys do know what they're approaching, especially when they open their mouth and they come in with a real conversation, and you ain't got nothing for it, you know.
Okay, so the holiday is coming up this week. Beautiful time. Everybody, just the love is being shared. Gifts. Man, look. Okay, but say that you and your ex broke up, and hey, wait a minute. Hold up. I'm getting ready to do this again now. Y'all know what I'm doing. Everybody here getting all of these preach, Maurice, and oh, that's good, Gina. Okay, Marcy, that's a great comment. I haven't gotten one, and I know I've been spending some knowledge, some good stuff, but y'all haven't given me one, and I'm getting a little jealous.
Go ahead,
Melody. I hope something too, man. Nikki Nicole says she wish she was a real gold digger. I know things that are kept. I just can't be with anyone for the money. Let me ask y'all this question though, since ain't nobody giving me no props. I'm just here, you know. But do you care what your child's mom does with the money you gave her for Christmas? For the child for Christmas. I'm sorry. All right. And let me put the rest of that on. And this was the one that Marcy had put on here. Does child support include birthday, Christmas, Valentine, Easter, birthday parties, etc.? You know, all of that. Let's lump all of that together. Do you care as a man what your child's mom does with the money you gave for any of that?
I don't know, because mine was on the other foot, and
mine
was the other way around. My ex-wife paying me child support. So
okay, so did she care what you did?
All right.
Say what?
Did she care what you did with that?
No. What she could pay, you know, she couldn't rub two nickels together if they were that close, but whatever she could pay, she could pay. So,
okay, I would like a woman's point of view though.
You know what? I don't think they should, because I mean, yes, you paying that money every 2 weeks or every month, but there's expenses through every day.
Right.
There's expenses every day. So if you hand over money twice a week, once a week, why should it make a difference? I mean, you're caring for that child. Now, if you're not caring for the child, and when you see your child, their hair is nappy, they got on raggedy clothes, then yeah, you should have a problem.
Mm-hmm. And then to the other part of that question, as far as should child support include, I mean, should like birthday gifts, Christmas gifts be a part of the normal child support, monthly or however child support? Yeah, I agree, Gina. No, that's because child support is for pretty much your basic needs, and unless you put it in the decree, the court order, that you include the education and birthday parties, and a lot of times that comes into play when the parents are wealthy. When the parents are wealthy and they're used to, like, okay, we have $5,000 birthday parties and we've been having it for this child for the first 5 years of their life, and you know, and that's already included in there.
$180,000 a month instead of $280,000.
You know, but no, child's like, yeah, that's what I just said. Is pretty much
and
for
again,
your basic daily needs.
Child support to me,
right? If the mom is paying, if the mom has the necessities, the lights are on, there's food, there's water, then yeah, you can't get that petty and say, well, I gave you money for this, you know.
Oh, you mean for the gifts and things? That, you know, the thing is, you gave that child support to support for the basic needs. those extra gifts for it's a birthday or your child's birthday. To me, I would want to give my something personally from me to my child.
Okay, but
Right.
here's my question. Here's my question. Yes, I agree with you what you're saying. Okay, but should that woman or man dictate how much you should give? What I want to get Chucky this PlayStation 4. Well, I don't want to give him a PlayStation 4. I want to give him an Xbox. So I'm gonna go get the Xbox and I'll bring it over. I'm not going to.
And that's the gift from you.
Right.
That's the gift from you. But when you give me child support, you're giving me that money to take care of my child. Okay. And that has nothing to do. You cannot tell me, and I'm just, in generalization, you cannot tell me, well, I'm giving you this child support and I want you to put this toward this and this toward that.
Absolutely.
That's not, yeah. So no,
I'm taking child support out of the picture right now. I'm talking about a gift for your child. Okay. Tree says, to a certain extent, if it's some lacking going on, that would be a reason for some eyebrows to be raised, then yeah. Felicia says, hey, how you doing, Felicia? If the parents were still together, the gifts would still be given to the child. Nikki says something that I think is just perfect. Ask the child what they want. Okay. Ask the child what they want. And brother, you talk on the phone. You don't have to talk to her. Ask the child what they want. What the child wants. Then call her and say, okay, hey, look, I bought Chucky this because that's what he asked for. Can I bring it by? All right. Which goes to the question we asked last week. Do you be there overnight to wake up to Chucky getting them gifts? Okay. Can you stay overnight? And I'm bringing that.
I didn't think we'll throw this curve up in it.
And I still stand on what I said last week. Hell no.
No.
My ex and I, what he would do, because he was he was on the East Coast and we were here in the Midwest, he would send money and he would ask, hey, what did Josh want? And I'm like, well, these are some of the things he asked for. He would send money and say, get what he want, and then what I would do is get what I knew Josh asked for, and then I would call him. I would wrap it up. He would always send a card with his signature, and I'd put the card with his signature on it, and I would call him and say, hey, this is what I bought with what you sent for Josh.
And that's structure. That's great. That's structured. Right. Okay, but what if the guy say the woman says, okay, well, give me $500 so I can get him whatever, and then he come back with a tube of chapstick and some toenail clippers, okay, and she
got all clip-on nails and
it's all bowled up and everything and this and that, and she just kept the rest of the money. That's what I'm saying.
Well, then from that point,
the man should buy the gift. Ask the child, just what Nikki said. Ask the child what they want. Okay, if they're young. It don't make a difference, okay? Get them something, okay?
First,
but ask the child what they want, and men purchase that, okay? And just go ahead.
If they can, because like I said, he was on the East Coast, we're here in the Midwest, and my thing is, if that's what the woman does or the man, because some men do, they have custody of the children, and when they do it that one time, that would be my last time sending that money to him or her.
Yeah, I'm and like I said, I mean, and getting back to the child support, okay, the child support is not for the residence what that child stays in, okay, for all the things that the child needs in that residence. Whereas, so if you have to pay, because I'm like this. My child is not going to sit in the dark. My child is not going to sit in the cold. Okay. So if I got to help her out on that stuff in order to maintain that, yes, I'm going to help her. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Regardless of what the courts say, because the courts are not going to be a full.
They shouldn't have to.
It's not.
They shouldn't have to.
That needs to be done for that child.
Right? But unfortunately, a lot because of the breakup of the relationship of the parents, unfortunately, that's not what happens. You're a good one. That's what you would do. And there are a lot of good men out there and a lot of good women who, who don't have physical custody.
What are you doing?
Their children. But unfortunately, you have people out there that are not going to do that because they're a little salty that they have to pay child support in the first place. And that's crazy. You help make those kids. Why not? And if there's something Whereas I would just go back to court if the custodial parent is not doing what they should. If my child is looking raggedy, hair over the head, being evicted all the time, lights out, then that's a conversation in the court to me that maybe I need to have a child.
Yeah.
The child need to be with me.
Yeah. Lanita says, unfortunately, some moms haven't been instructed on priorities or good co-parenting. Bella says, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Everything you guys on point today is, normally on relationship, man, y'all always on point, man. I love y'all for that, man. But Bella Bonita says, see, forget all of that court mess. Just no. I mean, and men have always said. Go ahead, Maurice. What'd you say?
I would just get ready to, hit on the point that, she just said about the court. I mean, it shouldn't have to be a court involved when it's time to take care. It shouldn't, but you are obligated financially for that human being on this planet until they get a certain age. Yeah. You need to take care of them, and if it's just not going to be money, you know what I mean? It's going to be one-on-one, talk to them time, giving them the guidance or her the guidance that they need to be productive people in this society, not running around here being on Housewives in Atlanta and thinking that's the top, when in actuality.
And men have
a whole other thing.
Men have always said that, and I guess that's the excuse because they don't want to do it. Man, they being unfair to me. They charging me too much for child support. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
and she got that other dude in her house.
They're worried about the wrong thing. It's the wrong thing.
Do what you gotta do.
Man, worried about the wrong thing.
Bella says no child support. I don't need it. Don't want it. Don't need it.
Well, me, myself, and I didn't care nothing about it. As long as the emotional needs were being met, I was good. I didn't care.
My ex and I, we discussed it. We did a mediation and we went, and he was like, okay, and I want to help take care of my child. That's my son. And I'm like, okay, so, we came to an agreement. He said, well, is it okay if I, give you this per month? I'm like, cool. And then like a couple of years later, he said, hey, I'm making more money. He contacted me. I'm making more money. I'm going to start sending more for this. If there was something special that I wasn't able to get or something, I would call and say, hey, Josh wants this or that. It's going to cost this, and that's a little costly. And can you help out with it? And he was like, what does it cost? And, so it never was a problem until he got married. And I got a crazy call that don't call my husband to ask for anything for that's your child. I was called a statistic, and I called him at his job, and I had to calm him down because it wasn't pretty, and I had to calm him down, tell him he couldn't leave work.
Okay,
and she never called me with that.
And that's a great situation. I mean, that's a great.
But see, that sounded like an insecure woman. Is what that sounded like.
I just
and got his stuff together.
I don't know. I just feel if you and anybody can get on here and say whatever they want about me, whatever. You're supposed to do what you're supposed to do as a man. Period. Okay.
Yeah. What should be about
pay child support. All right. Now, and this is just I'm saying this, and people may not like this. Money should not be the motivating factor for you raising a child.
It can definitely be an excuse sometimes.
Some women do that, especially people that have a fluent mate. All right, but somewhere down the line, get to know that child, and if in that time that child and you do not do what's supposed to be, do what's bond, blend, or whatever. Okay, I mean, so be it. All right, but still do what you have to do financially for that child. For the obligated time that you have to. Okay, if the child is 18 and still says, "Hey, I don't want nothing to do with you," here's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you can do.
But you know what?
You did your obligation. You paid your child support. You did what you're supposed to do. All right. I'm not saying that's right or wrong or indifferent. I'm just saying, sometimes it happens.
Let me tell you something. And that's something I always said, and always believe. You don't have to say they bad or good or whatever, because that's gonna show up. If they bad or good or whatever, that's gonna Sure.
Yep.
And your kids gonna feel it.
Absolutely, Maurice.
Mhm.
You don't have to say a word.
You don't have to say nothing derogatory about that person. So
I'm telling you, man, I could tell y'all some
They'll
stories.
get old enough to see for themselves.
yeah,
Tell y'all some stories. Lanita says my daughter's dad would come to my house every fall and make sure every window had plastic to keep my NIPSCO bill down.
Mhm.
Lisa says because I knew he was not going to take care of his kids, I never asked for child support. Bella says no child support. I read that one already. She doesn't need it. Period. Nikki says if single mothers treated their child like deadbeat dads, they would be in jail. I think so. Jails would be full, overcrowded again.
Mhm.
So I put this question to the team here, and I actually had to explain it. So, and I'll probably have to do it here too. Do some women compare chivalry to a man's agenda for bad intentions? And when I said that, said explain. So the man that opens the doors for you, the man that pulls the chair out, etc. Do you think that when he's doing that, when he's being chivalrous, is he doing it just to get some? And that goes back to the beginning, what we were talking about beginning. Is he doing that? Is his agenda? Is he sending mixed signals just to
His motive?
I think he's just being a gentleman.
Yeah.
Opening the door, and that's what I'm used to. And
Being
I just
be an
consider him
example.
being a gentleman.
But do some women think because some women have been in relationships that they have been decimated, they're hurt so bad. So now there's this nice man. This man has good intentions, but in her mind, it's like, oh yeah, he just doing this because he think he gonna get some or he wants some. And I don't know. Nikki says she relishes. Felicia says she doesn't think so. I mean, but let's say, I mean, open your minds up. Y'all don't think so either, huh?
I get what you're trying to go, where you're trying to go, Greg. And some guys do it just to hit on a girl.
Mm-hmm.
They might go in the store, don't know the girl from Adam, walk in the door, grab the door, and look at her and say, "Hey, girl, cool, open up the door for her."
There's that agenda.
Hitting it.
It could be the most subtle agenda ever.
Yeah.
I just
That's
want to
real
know
subtle.
the girl, so I'm gonna show her.
But see,
you gotta keep it going.
That also puts the woman in the frame of mind that, hey, this dude might have a little gentleman in him.
And then once he has you, he changes. Do you keep him because you're saying, oh, he gonna change back? He gonna pick his drawers off the floor. He didn't used to be like that. No, he didn't.
Too good to be true.
He says, yes, there are women you have those presumptions like he is too good to be true. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. Do you all ever get that he's so too good to be true, and then all of a sudden he does something that the other dude did, and now you just take, he didn't mean it. He don't know nothing about the other guy, but he did something the other dude did. Maybe he didn't open the car door, just got out and kept walking. Okay, I knew it wasn't gonna last. I knew it wasn't gonna last. This dating thing, this relationship thing is hard, man. But if you got a good one,
you're ready to say it's not hard. It can be hard because there's so many different,
That's when people are playing games. It's hard. Right. When you're sincere and then you run into someone that's playing games.
Right. That's something else, man. Look, Nikki says my mother calls it the representative.
We talk about that, yeah.
Man,
we heard that before.
Hey, the beard, the rest. Anyway, let me stop with that. But I'm going a whole different way.
No, don't go that way.
So that's cool. Look, we got a lot of stuff we want to do. We're only going to be on for 3 days this week because of the holiday. We're going to get Thursday and Friday. We're going to give it a little rest, but we're going to come back and on Monday next week, of course. We're going to do Tuesday and Wednesday. But we're gonna come back Monday next week, man. Woo! Y'all want to be here for the relationship talks, okay? Because just like you've seen today with the panel and the people that are in the comments, man, it gets deep, okay? And we don't sugarcoat nothing, okay? Especially Gina and Marcy. We don't sugarcoat nothing. We keep it 100. Ken Joseph. Hey there. Let me tell y'all, and this is the other thing we do, LinkedIn. We want to support people that are doing things. All right, Gina, she has the distinguished author skill. All right, matter of fact, Gina, let's do it right now. Tell them about the distinguished author skill.
This is a platform that honors and represents independent African American authors. We give them a platform to showcase their writings, and we basically put the spotlight on them. We have something right now that's in the works that they're very excited about. All the Distinguished Authors Guild winners will be featured in an author's corner in Either Real magazine. And so that's something we're working on behind the scenes. But every year, November, we have a great show to really showcase them and get those independent authors out there. Virtually is what we've been doing. We're looking to do something different in 2022. I'm going to keep it under wraps for now, but just support. I mean, this is something that authors need. They're out there struggling, putting their heart, their blood, their soul into these words on these books, and we just want to make sure that they're seen. That's the whole point. And along with that, we give scholarships to college freshmen to help them with their freshman year tuition. We know how hard it is, especially being new in college. It's difficult already when you have to have that transition. And the financial burden is out of this world. So we pride ourselves on helping freshman college students in the literary journalism or creative writing field to help them with that tuition as well.
Absolutely. And being on LinkedIn, as we're streaming live on LinkedIn right now, LinkedIn is more of a business platform. What we do here on DopelivenTV Live also is we support Black business. We support all business, but Black businesses. We want to showcase you guys. You can come on here and say what you got to say. Promote yourself, okay? Because we could show your product and this and that, but you are the only ones that can tell about it. We can say everything we want about it. Nikki says she's recently launched a hair extensions wholesale dropship platform, www.noirdropship.com. You all keep that in mind, noirdropship.com. Look that up, y'all, okay? My man Ken Joseph is going to have the actual showing dates for the Johnny Jackson story documentary movie on his site real soon. Y'all check him out, okay? Come out, purchase a ticket for the movie.
All right.
It's coming out. It's coming to fruition. I think he's been working on this for a while. All right. In conjunction with the movie, he has clothing that goes along with that. So check out his page. Check out his site. It's going to be something interesting, And I'm going to say this: you always hear now. Johnny Jackson was the drummer for the Jacksons. All right. But we and I'm not knocking anybody, okay, but we keep it 100. We always say Gary, Indiana, the home of the Jacksons and this and that, but let's go back to what we said at the beginning. What have you done for me lately, okay? I mean, let's keep it 100, okay? We can always say the Jacksons, the Jacksons, the Jacksons, the Jacksons, but when was the last time a Jackson did anything here? Now, you got the Jacksons coming to
Hard Rock Cafe.
There you go. But what songs are they gonna sing?
Well,
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to knock them in this and that. Okay, I can only tell my. And this is the views that are expressed on DopelivenTV are not necessarily views of DopelivenTV or its affiliates. These are my opinions. All right. So it is what it is. All right. Nikki says noirdropship.com is a U.S.-based hair wholesale hair vendor, shipping from Chicago, Gary, and Detroit warehouses. That's what's up. This story is not to glorify the Jacksons. Absolutely. It's not. I mean, and when you're a filmmaker, man, you tell your story, that you tell other people's story from your perspective. Okay. So you get the information, you disseminate all of that information, and you come out with a visual that tells that story, okay? And that's what he's done, okay? He says it's to tell the struggles of Johnny when he came home. Johnny, again, was the Jackson's drummer, all right? And that's I think it's a good thing that he's telling that story, because that story has a backstory, all right? And I'm quite sure Ken is going to, go through all of that, okay? But this is what we do, LinkedIn, YouTube, everybody that listens. We want to promote, those things that are promote worthy, of course. We're not going to promote you scratching your balls on Fifth Ave. We ain't going to do all of that. It's not necessary, all right? But we promote.
Thank you.
Good Lord, thank you, Lord.
We want to make sure everybody that has good stuff coming out, because everybody doesn't have the means to get out there. All right, I thank God that I had the opportunity to at least get myself out at one time, so that I could create opportunities for other people to get their stuff out there, and I'm gonna use it to its full capacity, as well as my panel of people here, man. Royce, what are you doing, man?
Buddy, ATM networks.
Okay.
If you want one, firstregens.com.
There it is.
25 years in the business. If you want a network, just hit the website. We'll show you how to get a network and or start your own portfolio. So, I mean, not that just ATMs, Bitcoin machines. So,
That's good.
if you want to start, again, especially if you want to start a portfolio up in Northwest Indiana, there is some big players up there that were up there when I left. But where Gary's at and that Hammond, Chicago, it's real light up there. Right? It's real light. Yeah, I mean, there's still some good spots so you can saturate and make some money that way.
That's what's up, man. That's again, there's a lot of people. I saw my guy Theo McGee was on. I was listening earlier. Theo McGee, his whole group, I think it was called Stuntman back in the day. They're actually going to do a documentary about them. They have an interesting story, okay, and I actually was a part of that, and to see the guys trying to come back together to just talk about it. Back in the day, there were a lot of groups that had a real quick success, but dropped off because of some reason or another. So I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of people that are out there doing things, and we want to support them. We want to make sure that we showcase them, put them out there, okay? Everybody but them. I don't know.
Knew it.
For some reason, man, I don't care. Whatever they touch turns to dirt.
Turn to what?
Doo-doo.
Turns to dirt. Can't do that, man. Okay, we don't. I don't. Ugh. Dude, hold on one more time. And the sad part about it is, man, she's not a bad looking little girl.
All right, she can do better.
You know what I'm saying?
She said, "Little girl."
That's pretty much what she is.
Said,
right.
Little girl.
She ain't no bad looking.
Hey, Greg, she could do 65 years better.
Dude, that's full force right there, man. That's full
craziness.
For real, man. But yeah, man.
But then again, she felt safe with what she had. So I mean, got to sleep in that bed. Nobody else got to sleep in that bed but her.
They got them 15 minutes, man, and them 15 minutes gone. Ain't nobody talking about them no more. I'm the only one showing.
I bet you somebody's making a movie.
I doubt that. Oh no.
No, I bet you somebody's probably gonna make a trash movie.
Nah, we ain't gonna get to that. Now they might individually just get into porn themselves, but
you said porn
individually, Nikki says NoArtDropShip.com was created to help Black entrepreneurs realize their dreams with zero inventory. That's what's up. I got somebody that I'm gonna connect with you, Nikki, for real. Ken says we must support our own people, in which we never do. Absolutely, man. Okay, Ken, I'm still waiting on a call back from those people, man. So I haven't. I still am waiting on them to call me back. So that should give you an indication of how they are. But anyway, and he just made a good point, a valid point, man. We've said this so many times on this show. If you go into the white neighborhoods, they quick to support each other. They right there. You need this. You need $1 million. I got you. Come on. We're gonna make sure that you succeed. Go to the black neighborhoods. It's like, you need what? No, my that's like the guy with the Afro scene. No, my brother, you got to get your own.
Yeah,
The Afro scene, that was the records. Okay. Anyway,
yeah. That's music.
we don't help each other. We don't support each other. Okay. And I really think that if we gather together, and we've said this, like I said, a million times, we gathered
Sure.
and took our resources each, because there's a lot of good stuff that's going on, a lot of it individually.
Yeah.
But if somebody's doing the same thing, sort of the same thing, and you guys see some value in it, put it together, man, and help each other. So when one succeeds, we all succeed. Marcy, what are you doing? You got a nonprofit.
Pardon me?
You got a nonprofit going on, right?
Not right now, but I am a retired from federal government, working with safety compliance and fundraising for nonprofits, and also working with. I'm retired from working with a social service agency, working with at-risk youth, domestic violence, and sex trafficking survivors. And now I just do a little freelance as needed when I see that my services are needed. But I'm retired. I am retired.
I'm retired.
And that's somebody. We got feedback. I know somebody. We to be retired is a beautiful thing. That means that you've done your job. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm still doing stuff.
But I'm saying retired does not mean that you stop doing stuff. It just means that you're not obligated to help somebody else build an elevator in their house. I mean, a staircase in their house when you can build an elevator in your own. And that's so important, man. Okay, that's what we do all the time when we work these jobs, and we're doing the best that we can for these people. We're creating wealth for them. They might give us look, a salary looks good at 150,000 a year. It looks good, okay,
yeah,
but they making 150 million.
Yeah.
Right? So, and we're contributing to that. Okay, why can't we make that 150 million? Okay, building a staircase in someone else's house when you can build a elevator and the elevator in your own. All right. Can't call them out. Don't worry, I don't need Mr. Smith. I won't go that route. Thanks for reaching out. Now he needs to know though, Ken. He needs to understand. So I got this, man. Don't worry about it. But that's us for tonight, yo. We want to thank everybody who showed up, showed out. I think we learned some more stuff tonight. Okay. By the time we get done, everybody's relationship gonna be so smooth. It's gonna be nice. Everybody gonna have
hopefully, unless they're hard headed.
You know. Shout out to Theo McGee, Jacqueline Walton, my girl Trisha, Bella Bonita, Valerie Johnson, Reed, Amina, Sweet Drinks, everybody. It's a long list. Going through all of them. We just want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. Brenda Lampkin, Lewis, all of those guys. We just appreciate you guys. All right. I have no idea, Ken. I don't mess around with it like that, man. Gina might know better than I do. Happy holidays to you all. Stay safe. Yes, Felisa. So yeah, it's our first day on LinkedIn. So thank you, LinkedIn, for holding us down. Appreciate you guys. All right, we will see you guys tomorrow, most definitely.
Good night.
we got some work to do, y'all, but we're gonna make it happen. All right. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I think. Let me tell you though, I reached out last week to a bunch of people, to a bunch of the spoken word community. I unfortunately we weren't on those days that we were supposed to do it, but I got a lot of them, and I even got some people from Nigeria that wanted to get on, and I'm like, well, you speak English?
You speak English in Nigeria?
Yeah.
But did they, because
the Queen's English is there.
There was a translator. It said this has been translated. Okay.
Oh.
So he said yes, but okay. I'm like, okay, we'll see. Because you get on here and be like, the moon is bright and the sun is not. You get on here with that, it's not gonna happen. Can't do it. Anyway, hey, we'll be back tomorrow. All right. Yo, all make sure that y'all get out there, be safe. All right, a lot of stuff going on. Marcy, I'm so mad at you.
Love you, Greg.
I'm so mad at you.
No, you love me.
No, you know why I'm mad, right?
You love me, though.
You know why I'm mad, right?
All right, what's going on?
Because of this mess, man. Because of this mess.
Gary area crime news.
Oh,
hold on, let me read another one.
oh.
They keep popping up.
And before we leave tonight, the news from Gary, Indiana, done by Greg Gray.
Yeah, it's a good thing I ain't there. Somebody did some serious shooting last night on 21st and Grant. GPD was flagged down just now by a concerned citizen.
A couple of days ago.
It says one day. Just now, let's see. Told the officer there's a bunch of bullets all over the street. Officer located over 20 shell casings just now between 21st and 25th and Grant. Taking my head. I am not knocking the page, okay? It's good to know that the things that are going on, especially if you don't live there.
Well,
and, you want to know
if you want to go back.
There are cows all over 8094 right now.
It's what?
There are cows, a semi-cattle, a cattle semi-truck.
Well, they'll be there in 4 hours. I'm coming back to
get somebody's F-250. Okay, get on up in there, cow.
They said no one asked about the driver. Everybody wanted to know about the cows.
Yeah, I'll be there. Hey, look, I'll be there in 4 hours. Okay, yeah, I'll be the one with the cowbell in the middle of the highway going.
And that gives a new meaning to where's the beef?
Hey, as high as it is now. Look, let's go get it.
Gina. Let it be known, my brother. Great show as usual, most definitely. Okay, hey, this is Greg Gray. That's Marcy. That's Gina Gassett. Maurice Bishop. Where's the beef? All right, look, this is Dope Living TV Live, okay, and this dude and his girl. All right, we get ready to get up out of here, y'all. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Right?
Good night.